Ooh, sorry about that. Okay, hello everybody. I wanted to do a quick world tour and a little update on the World Eater I've been working on. So I thought I'd start here in my seed or my original seed before I modified it. And so this is where I spawned. Nice spot in the jungle here. And then right after I spawned, I at some point fell into this. Ooh, keyboard's loud, sorry. Yes. Big ol' canyon right in the middle of my spawn. Made for some interesting landscaping. Yep, this is what it looked like when I started. Now, here is where we are at the moment. There we go, that's good. As you can see, did a lot of deforestation. Down. Also, most of the stuff that you see in this world I've designed based on videos from other folks. And I want to give credit to those folks. Shulkercraft, Zoomavoid, Ilmango, Pixel Riffs, Waddles, Mumbo Jumbo, Doc M77, Grian, and Tumble Dumpling, specifically for the World Eater, which his video was amazing. I had to freeze frame my way through it in order to build the thing, but it works. Yes. So when I got started, first thing I always do, I don't know if you folks do this, but I always dig a stairway down to bedrock, get some mining started. Ouch. But yep, pretty basic. This goes all the way down to bedrock. I built something down here. Oh yeah, there was this. I got my cleric villager, sell him mob drops, all that stuff. In there. Yeah, this was my first mob farm up above this. Somewhere right about here. And it was just a basic big old room. With a trench led down to a drop. Pretty basic. Give my clicks. Didn't realize that would be so loud. I don't know what to do about it. Here I built a lava farm. This is for infinite fuel for auto smelter. It's for a little miniature dripstone farm. And this is the auto smelter. I think I learned this one from Pixel Riffs. Load up lava buckets in here. Load up whatever I want to smelt up there. Let's see, I got some copper through. There we go. thing will head off. Now it'll load all the furnaces eventually. There it goes. As you can see, it works pretty fast. And then I just walk back out the door here, load up buckets from this. And it just goes and goes. There's a bee, or not a bee farm, a honey bottle farm. I don't remember who I learned this one from. Yep, that thing works pretty good. Little chicken cooker. Just clean this out. Makes a ton of feathers and a little bit of chicken. This is my little iron farm. I learned this one from Waddles, I think. Worked really good. 3 villagers, zombie in the middle, sitting in some water. And the golems will fall through here. I had to put these pillars on here because I kept getting golems landing on like these corner pieces here. And I couldn't figure out how to get that to stop without adding those pillars. Looks a little weird, I guess, but all in all, not too bad. But it works amazingly well. Being so near spawn, I think it's always active, so constantly come over here to a full chest of poppies and iron, which is nice. Pardon my cough. Over here, got the slime farm. This goes all the way down to bedrock. There goes a little slime right there. This thing works pretty good as long as you're in the neighborhood. I didn't originally take it all the way down to bedrock. Usually used to only go down this far. So this was where I had the minecart picking up the drops and coming back. But now it goes a lot further down. And I haven't built an elevator down to it yet. I just have to fly down from the inside, break a few blocks, get into the wall. Bubble elevator. Tons of fun to ride. What else do we do over here? I have a villager breeder that's not been running yet. Let's see. Yeah, we pull this lever and that opens up a view of these beds to the villagers, and then they start producing other villagers. And they'll fall down here to be collected. What else we got around here? Got pigs. Everybody loves pig. Oh yeah, I built a creeper farm. Once again, pretty sure this was Waddles. My apologies if I'm not giving credit to the original designers of these things, because I know these designs have been passed around a lot, and so I'm not sure who the original creators of some of these were. So I don't mean to give credit to someone who didn't design it, but that's just where I heard about it first, so that's who I'm going to reference when it comes to those. Oh yeah, I had a little tree farm right here that is right now producing cactus. Hasn't been running long. We already got a lot of cactus in there. That's good for some green dye. What was this? Oh right, this has produced different kinds of like grasses and flowers. I would put like oh, what the hell is this? Crimson Nylium or the Warp Nylium, and then you can produce a ton of mushrooms and various things. Getting dark. There we go. Let's hit the sack. Sack out. Pardon my sniffles. What else? Here's my world spawn. I had to mark that. A couple of cow crushers for early game food, but now I've been eating tons of gold carrots. I have a gold farm, and this little strip here produces just all the carrots I'd ever need as far as that goes. Pardon that mute. I'm sure that's very distracting. A lot of room noise. And over here we got the wool farm. All automated. Dispensers full of clippers. And then an auto sorter. Once again, this was, I think I learned this one from Waddles. Actually, this was Waddles. This is an expansion of the auto sorter that I saw him use for the gold farm. Yeah, it produces all the wool I'm ever going to need. This was how it started, and then after I got this built, now all the storage is down here. These are filling up fast. Oh, yeah, compost. Everybody needs compost. Little farm over here for the bees to produce honeycomb. Got a campfire underneath each one, so I don't have to worry about being attacked by bees. Nobody wants the bees. I don't know, maybe somebody does. Takes all kinds. This is an automated sugarcane farm. Minecart comes in, if there's anything in it. Not that time. Gets unloaded, and dispenser fires it up this water stream up to the surface in our storage. Stone bricks. There we go. Yeah, I had a lot of fun building this. Built this in a couple worlds. It's good once you get into late game. You need to make a lot of rockets. Glass box. There we go. And that all collects right here. Not much else around here, except for the melon farm. Works pretty good. Produced a lot of watermelons and decided to switch it over to pumpkins. Ended up not needing the pumpkins for what I thought I was going to need them for. But such is life. Oh, I built a fun little wheat farm. This was more a cosmetic thing. I just wanted to see how it would look. I saw somebody else build one. Kind of like it. Picked a bad location for it though, because most of the time I'm dealing with going in and out of my main house in this little thing I call the boathouse. So when I'm around here, this is blocked by the boathouse. Bummer. Oh well. It's fun to build. I think it looks nice. And boathouse is where I put my first portal to the Nether. I got myself a librarian villager here. Good to offload extra paper and things. And oh yeah, what is he? Oh, this is my mending villager. Setting off rockets in his house. mending for 1 book. And an emerald, I think. Good deal. What else? Over here. Oh yeah, I needed a lot of string at one point. So I had to go find a spider spawner, and luckily there's one right down there. Right next to home. Ooh, what's that? Nope, just dirt. Tried to build a little farm here for squid ink, but unfortunately, to make these work really efficient, you need to clear out all of the water anywhere around these to eliminate. There we go, eliminate squid spawns like that over there. This works okay though, depending on how much black dye you might need. Not much in there now. Started to build another one over here. Even cleared out some of the river, but same thing, I didn't want to destroy my spawn too much. And yeah, this was starting to creep in on other places I might want to build. I wanted to leave the rest of the river intact, so kind of just left that there. That's pretty much it for spawn, I think. Ooh, almost, not quite. There we go. Built a little tiny bamboo farm. This looks pretty good. However, I found out a little patch like this will produce more bamboo. You just have to gather it yourself. This is kind of nice though. I don't have to think about it and it just produces. This is my basalt generator. Automatic. I think this is a blue ice block, and then when it comes in contact with the lava from the source over here, it's contained. Good. Yep, it automatically produces basalt for me. And at one point, I needed an absolute ton of cobblestone. And so I built this cobblestone generator that relies on TNT duping. And I think I only had to run this thing once. Started it up and then went AFK in here, and then it filled all of these with cobblestone in no time. And with the auto smelter, I can turn it all into regular stone without using a ton of resources. I'll leave myself some instructions. There we go. Here's my home base in the Nether. This was great. When I first got into the Nether, spawned right next to a fortress already. And just over that hill there's a... Oh wait, oh I forgot I built that. Wow. Haven't been over here in a while, obviously. There you go. Nice blaze spawner over there. Here you, buddy. Take that. Out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, you can't use water to move stuff around in the nether, but you can use lava. We're gonna get in here. Ah, there we go. Oh, maybe not. Very suspicious. Oh, okay, now I get it. I never finished this off. Yep. Blaze spawner. Ooh. Look at that. Don't see that every day. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Oop. Heard my noises. Yeah. Over here. Have a carrot on the way. Who wouldn't? Enderman just chilling out there. Why wouldn't he? Kind of late, so it's decaf. Here is a Guardian farm. I followed along on Pixel Riff's video when he made this. Pretty much an exact copy. Well, I don't know an exact copy. He didn't really do a tutorial, but he did enough where I could freeze frame it and build this up. This thing works great. If you ever build one of these, I'd recommend, unless you got a really beefy machine, that you turn off particles or turn them down to minimal, because you'll get a ton of lag with all the, these use bubble columns to push all the guardians up. So with all those bubbles going on, it's just a mess. Here's my collection area. Had a lot of fun building this room. Really like the way it came out. Oh, I need to wax these. I think I missed a few. But yep. Look at that. Tons of drops. All day long. That's the most rare one apparently. As long as I get them up. Yeah, extra storage in here. Oh shit. Almost killed us all. A little smoker for the fish. Delicious. Who wouldn't? Yeah, this was a huge build. Took a lot of concrete powder. All white concrete. This thing looks really cool. I can't take credit. Like, it definitely got this from Waddle, or not Waddle, but Pixel Riff. But I absolutely love it. It's a ton of fun to build. I like these huge projects. Yes, clear green. Still got a bunch of construction mess down there. Yeah, look at them go. That's awesome. Alright. There we go. Look at that. Beauty. Need to hang out over here AFK for a while so that all the rest of these copper blocks can get a nice patina on them. I think that's the word. Hope I'm using that right. Okay. Oh wait, this is a shortcut to my nearest end portal. Look at him. This was... I made a duping machine. It's still going through here? That's crazy. Oh yeah, look at that. This, there's a machine at another portal somewhere, and it'll produce... or it duplicates blocks affected by gravity, so it's like sand and gravel. You can make infinite amounts of that. I don't know if that's a little cheaty or not, but this is a nice rumble. Anyway, I don't know if that's a little cheaty or not, but I mean, I guess anytime you're duping stuff, kind of manipulating the game mechanics. And then over here, this is a broken Enderman farm. There's supposed to be a minecart right here with an endermite in it. And the endermite will attract the endermen, and then they fall in here, and then they will die to entity cramming, or you can take them out with a sword if you want. And this thing will fill up storage so fast, it's unbelievable. This is tripwire, I think. You can export all this. This is just carpet tiles, I think. And that keeps anything from spawning out here. Good. Can't gain altitude with a carrot. Fun fact. Ow. I don't think I built anything out here in the end, so pretty much just your ordinary standard end. Huh. That looks so cool. Anyway, out of here. Out of this bleak landscape. Right back to home. What else did we build? Well, if we're going to go over and look at the World Eater, probably repair our gear. Ow. Repair our gear. And turn on the mob switch so we don't get blown up while we're working. Okay, let's look at this from the outside. Yes. Not much, I know, but I was really proud of this. Designed it myself. Didn't have to didn't watch a video for someone else building it. That's one of my weakest points in this game. I'm not really a creative builder to rely on others to do that, and I kind of copy their notes. Oh, too fast. Here, and here is a gold farm up here. And a gold XP farm. All the way up there into the shadows. Now with the elytra, super easy to pop up here. This was Waddle's gold farm. Almost precisely right down to the warped wood accents. I think this is quartz too. Yeah, I mean, I literally copied this out of his video because I like the way it looked. Shoot one of those guys. Wait down here in the hole. Get our tools ready that we want fixed. And we'll just wait for the XP to pour on in. Now that works pretty darn fast. Ooh. That did not work. Get a boat. And away we go. This is a mob switch I think I got from Shulker Craft. And it relies on you have a bunch of silverfish taking up the entire mob cap at one of the end portal frames, and you have to be careful not to get anywhere near it in the overworld. You have to travel to the portal through the nether, otherwise you'll deactivate it. You have to respawn all the silverfish to take up the mob cap and to get it active again. There we go. And to activate that, I just row all the way down here to this wall and turn around and head back. And when we get back into the world, there will be no more mob spawning. Except for, I think spawners still work. I think all the spawns in the nether are not affected by it. It's just the overworld. That's why it's so far away. I didn't want to accidentally stumble on it while exploring and then deactivate it and have to get in there and restart it. Also, when you save and quit and reload the world, it resets, so you have to go back down there and row all the way back. There we go, that was a little better. Let's get some more rockets. And we'll head on over to the World Eater. Right at sunset. Nice. Coffee. And here's the machine that Tumble Dumpling showed me how to build. Used to be way up there. Now I've run it a bunch. Now the top of the machine is almost at the ground level. It's a good place to see this from. Man, this is pretty good. Just go up here, why not? There we go. And on one of my other videos, I showed a bunch of the work on making these trenches. You have to clear out around the edges of the perimeter on like the ends because the machine has to sink down into the ground and it can't bomb directly under itself. So you gotta do some clearing. But as you can see, we've been at it for a while. Could probably get this done quicker, but I've been trying to collect as many resources as I can because they just straight up get destroyed in between each run by the TNT. Oop, hold on, I'll be right back. There we go. Pardon me, had to take care of something. Oh yeah, this little thing over here. I thought it looked a little bit like a face. So I went ahead and stuck a block of redstone in the middle, make it look like a red eyeball. However, I think when we take out enough layers, that kind of face is going to go away. Because it's just this big old cave opening here. Who knows? I could block that off and leave the top part. Make it look like that when we're done. Let's see how it handles this. Video. There we go. I think I'm going to try to run this a few times here before I go. See how my machine handles streaming, running this enormous thing. I finished the trenches and I finished building the machine right at the beginning of like summer was starting. It was starting to warm up, and I could only run this thing like once down and once back, and then like the fans inside my computer would just be screaming. So I'd have to exit out, let everything cool down, and then do it again. So I didn't get much done over the summer. But now it's nice and cold, I can run this thing all I want, and it doesn't overheat. So we'll see if it handles streaming and running, but who knows. And so this is what I've been doing. I'll run the thing one direction, and then I'll head out here into the field looking for ores. Mainly focused on the gold, the diamonds, and the redstone. Get a fair amount of copper out of here too, though. Picked up some, what was that, deep slate iron ore, just to have it to build with, because I don't really need iron ore anymore. That iron farm produces so much that it's almost a nuisance. There we go. So, basically, I'm going to do this for a while. I think I'm going to mute the microphone just because there's so much, like this microphone is not great. It picks up a lot of stuff in the room. Picking up my neighbors doing something right now. So, I'm going to continue to hunt for ores. And then after I'm satisfied with the amount of ores I've gotten, and it looks like I've gotten most of them, I'm going to run the machine. So, I'm going to go do that. Okay, there we go. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm not going to try to get like everything. So, it's kind of a procedure to making sure this thing runs smoothly. Eat a carrot. First thing you got to do, you got to make sure that your video settings have your render distance all the way up. I built this thing 1 unit too long the first time, and the last part of this machine would almost always fail to launch properly, and that was because it was just outside of the render distance. Unfortunately, you have to be on one end of this thing and remove this redstone block down here. That's what starts it, but you have to be in range of the end of the machine still, because if any part of this unloads, the machine will just break. I guess not entirely break, just the parts at the end won't launch. So, I don't know, depending on how you did your trenches, if those last machines just break and you don't use them, you might end up running into the terrain at some point. What'll happen with these TNT dupers, let me get over here, I always want to make sure of this last unit right here. If this gets outside of the render distance while the machine is running, this minecart will despawn. Actually, it won't despawn, it falls off of the machine somehow because I found them below after that's happened before. But yeah, so every time before I launch this, I always fly to the end, make sure that this sweeper at the bottom is intact, and make sure this minecart is intact or in place. Then, now that all this is loaded, fly back to the other end. And you got to be careful not to overshoot at the end here, because if you go too far beyond the end of the machine, like I said, the other end will unload. Things might not work. Water. Get down on here. Drop down 2 blocks. Okay, here we go. And make sure the machine is at the end that you're on. Luckily, I made a backup, but recently I did all my exploration and came back here and removed the block, and then realized the machine was at the other end. So when you remove the block, it drops this whole unit down 1, and so essentially that was broken. Like if the catching machine is 1 off, then this whole thing will just not sync up right, and it'll break at the other end. And so either you just have to rebuild it or reload it. And so if you make backups often, that's important. You can reload a backup and not have to rebuild the entire machine. It's one of the reasons I'm trying to harvest so much redstone, is that I'm just trying to get my redstone back, because it took so much to build this. And gathering it all up, when you disassemble it, probably not going to happen. You're going to lose a bit because it's just so big. You have to build a platform underneath to catch all the drops. But anyway, let's give this a shot. See if it'll run while I stream. It's gonna get loud. I'm gonna try to pick up as many ores as I can along the way. Don't sit still for too long though. You can get away from you. Partial unload. Followed along right about the middle here. Tell if that last TNT chip was working over here, but this doesn't show. I get such a habit running this thing. I get start running around looking for oil. I forget to stand and just shut it from here. This thing is really funky too. Try not to make any changes to the settings. I'm going to log in or sleep dead. I'm not sure that will kill it. I had some one time. I don't know if it was caused by that. Who the heck knows what's goes. Keep as close to it as we can. There we go. Then once it docks, look both ways, make sure it's completed, and then we check out the end of the machine and make sure it's still in place. And we got a mine cart right there. Turn around, look at the bottom. Final sweepers there. Check all the other sweepers. If that last TNT duper is intact, it's unlikely that any of these others are going to be broken. It's usually the one at the end that breaks. Looks like all our sweepers are here. Ooh. Oh, baby, a double spawner. Skeleton and zombies. Pretty cool. Name tag, always take those. Golden apple, love that. Get plenty of those others, don't need them. Name tag. Man, I've gotten a ton of golden apples off of this. Fantastic. Don't use horses. Some gravel in there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Cool. Pardon my sound effects. Keeping myself company. That. Okay. The end of this thing always looks weird. Makes me nervous, like, ooh, something missing. Yep, and that's the routine. Get it to the end, make sure it's all in one piece, then start flying around looking for valuables. Oh, and the most important thing, you're not just looking for valuables, your first round across this area needs to be looking for obsidian. Obsidian will definitely stop the machine. Actually, I should probably ignore these diamonds and do that first. Yeah, but do that. Alright, let's get up here. There's a sheet of obsidian. A couple layers below this. Somewhere on this side. Keep an eye out for on one of these future runs. Looks good. No obsidian anywhere. So far. I think we are clear. Yep, more of that. I'm gonna go look for some more ores. Mute for a minute. Well, there we are, folks. That's pretty much all of the world. And I got a lot more work to do here. A lot of cleanup. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this space after I get it all cleared out. But that's a problem for another day. I'm going to leave it here. I want to thank you folks for joining me. And I hope you have a good night. Take care.